Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition, another episode of William versus the World. This is the only interactive live stream and chat right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, brought to you by musicians that you know and love. I play guitar for the band Sepsis. This is our band page. We are a hard rock and heavy metal band from New England. Tonight and each night on the weekdays, we're exploring the truth about the music industry, discovering the top stories in the industry, music news, technology, and we cover a little bit of social media. Buckle up, everybody, because it's another episode of William versus the World. Thanks, guys, for being here. Hey, Scott, what's going on, brother? So, as you guys know, I have to remind everybody that this episode and all through September, October, and November, William versus the World is sponsored by Matt Connarton Unleashed. Make sure you go check him out on WMNH. When you guys are done learning and exploring about independent music through our channels and our networks, you guys can tune in Saturday morning. I come early, you know, but you guys can check him out on Local Music Outbreak, WMNH 95.3. I'm not reading from a fucking script. I'm not. So that's the thing, guys. Go check him out. He has a very interactive and really fun, comprehensive program. And it's variety. It's live. And it's streamed right at WMNH in beautiful, sunshiny Queen City, Mattress City, New Hampshire. So go check them out Saturday mornings. I don't miss an episode. And also, we are sponsored by Speed Demon Promotions. I was lucky enough to get to rock with them in one of my favorite bands, Murder Monday, last weekend. Shout out to them and Ravager for having us out. Forever Fallen Grace and Horse Fight. Make sure you check those bands out as well. Of course, if you can't support local music, not without Legion of Solace. Go check out our new trailer that we dropped for Swarmy Fest. Yes, we'll have another one. It just dawned on us when we were making these commercials. We're like, holy shit, we have so many bands and so many friends. We're going to need like 5 commercials to do this. Bear with us. Thank you guys for checking that out and spreading that around. I appreciate you guys so much. If you didn't know, here's a little Sepsis lore for you, too. The music that's on the trailer, when you guys watch the Swarmy Fest trailer, that's the same music that the band comes out to on stage. So that's kind of fun. We got to use that and repurpose that. That's kind of cool. There's a little trick for all you guys that are in bands. If you need some extra original content, just use your intro music. Yo, I love that. Hivelings. I like that. I love that. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hold on. Hey, he said, dude, that looks amazing. Wow, thank you, Scott. Scott Harrington from Salt of the Earth Records. I sent him the trailer for the Swarmy Fest show, and he's like, wow, that looks amazing. I appreciate that, bro. Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. Much love and respect. Have a great night, man. There you go. I like to use speech to text because it hurts less. You guys notice that? The phones keep getting bigger again. For a while, like in the 90s and the 2000s, they were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and now they're getting fucking bigger now all of a sudden. But I'm a guitar player. I already have carpal tunnel and bone spurs and what else I got? Tendonitis, and I got all the shit. When I wake up in the morning, I have to fucking ice my entire body. Hand. I'm gonna start calling you Hand. ICG Hand. You like Cousin It or Thing or one of those ones. You can only say zombies when Geo's in here. That's the new rule. If Geo's in here, then that's allowed. Because we're technically fans of Geo. It's not the other way around. Guys, also Swarmy Fest is sponsored by our good friends at NH Guitars. I'm so excited to see them next week. I get to go hang out at NH Guitars with Zachy B and run around. And I think everybody should come with me. We make it a big thing. It's like a party in there. Everybody swaps clothing and T-shirts are flying all over the place. We plug in equipment. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Look, you tag at Geo. So, yeah, we'll be over hanging out with NH Guitars and Paul and them. I anticipate always having a good time there. And, oh, hold on. Let me show you. So, this guitar right here. This is the guitar that we are giving away at Swarmy Fest. This is the guitar that we're giving away. This is the guitar that we're giving away at Swarmy Fest. And I'm actually really excited about it. I'm actually really excited about it because it's a cool guitar. And the entire band has signed this guitar. We've had it. I don't know if you can see the signatures, but they're there. There's one here. And we're giving this guitar away at Swarmy Fest. Us in NH Guitars. So we're going to bring it to NH Guitars. And we're going to have Paul and them run through it. You know what I mean? Do a nice clean on it. And tune it up. Put some new strings on it. Yes, it plays. So, like, we didn't want to give away a guitar that doesn't play. This is a nice guitar. It's an Ibanez, man. So it's not. This is the first time we've even shown it to anybody. Nobody even knows we're doing this except for you guys right now. But this is so we're gonna get, the band's gonna give away a guitar at Swarmy Fest with NH Guitars, and this is it. And this is fucking dope. And we're gonna go down there, and the entire band's already signed it, and we're gonna go down there and we're going to clean it up. We're going to make sure that it's high performance, that it's high quality, and we're going to do a raffle, and we're going to give it away. We're going to give it away. Somebody at Swarmy Fest is going to get this guitar, on behalf of NH Guitars. This is dope, right? I would play this. Let me explain something to you. I would play this guitar on fucking stage. If we weren't giving this guitar away, I would play it. This shit is dope. This shit is dope. This is something I would actually play. But the whole band signed it, and we don't have room for it. We just don't have room for it anywhere. So we're gonna give it away at Swarmy Fest, and that will be fun. We'll have Paul and them, or at least somebody from NH Guitars, whoever's there at Swarmy Fest. We'll have them in the winner get on stage. Boom! And then you get to win this guitar on behalf of NH Guitars and Sepsis and all the bands at Swarmy Fest. That's pretty dope, right? November 2nd, we'll be giving this away for damn near nothing. Yo, it's Geo's in the house. So that's going to be fun. I love giving shit away. So yeah, this episode, as well as episodes all the way up into Swarmy Fest, are sponsored by NH Guitars. Go to Swarmy Fest. If we haven't decided how we're going to do it yet, we're going to go talk to NH Guitars. We're going to bring the guitar to NH Guitars. We're going to clean it up. Paul's going to hook this shit up. He's going to hit it with the the NH Guitars boutique white glove magic. We're gonna polish this to high performance. We're gonna get it up to spec. We're gonna get it up to fucking snuff. Okay? And then after that, we're gonna put it together with NH Guitars. We're gonna shoot a commercial with them, and Zachy B and Paul are gonna tell all of you guys at home how for fucking nothing, if you guys come down and hang out with us November 2nd at Swarmy Fest, one of you will win this guitar signed by the entire band in Sepsis. Come to Swarmy Fest and win this fucking guitar so I can get Paul up there on stage. Sponsored by, on behalf of NH Guitars. There you go, guys. Also, shout out to our friends at BPS Records. Talking straight with Nate, but I know this is M-Blog, and I don't know why. Yeah, look at him. Look at him, everybody. Be right back. Look at him. Look at him. Now, I would say this is a perfect guitar for Hans, but he won't practice. Like Hans, so we don't let staff member Hans, we don't let him come to Swarmy Fest as a staff member. We kick him out of the band, and he's only allowed to come to Swarmy Fest as a fan. Because he needs the night off. He needs the night off. Hold on, someone's messaging me, and I got to take it because it's been too quiet. You feel me? So, Hans, you could win this guitar. Look at it. It's fucking sparkling. Bro. What? Fans film? What are you talking about? Fans film? You talking slick, bro. You talking slick. I might just start playing this. Let me put it to you this way. If we get to Swarmy Fest and nobody wins this guitar, I'm going to fucking keep it and play it. Anyhow. We are remodeling the podcast space to prepare for the next transition of Sepsis live streaming. Put a 1 in the chat if we should give Melissa a microphone on William versus the World. I'll wait for it. Put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if I should just be alone with you. We're together. Or put a 1 in the chat. Now look, we've already discussed it. Melissa has been a professional streamer for years. She used to have a big Twitch program. Most of you guys already know. She's done cooking programs. She's not excited to get back into streaming. However, there's been a lot of people that have said on this program, give Melissa a goddamn microphone. And I said, Melissa, it wouldn't hurt if you maybe if you thought about considering just having a microphone for audio. Now look, after thinking about it, we wanted to talk with you guys, but we got creative beyond that point, and we started to think of different ways that Melissa could participate in the program, and we came up with some creative things. I don't want to tell everybody, you know what I mean? But we came up with some fun ideas. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Melissa should have a microphone, or put a 2 in the chat if you think that she should play. Okay, so let me put it to you this way. We kind of thought of some ideas to work her into this particular program with audio and maybe even video too. So put a 2 in the chat if you want her to be seen on the program, or put a 1 on the chat if you want her to be heard. And put a 3 in the chat if you don't care. I know that was long, but you guys needed options. Do you guys remember everything? 1 and 2. That's cool. Thank you. 1 and 2. You could, yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Trish. That's what I'm talking about. You guys put it together. See, I knew. I had faith that you guys could be trusted with the big tasks. I knew that you guys would be creative enough to mix your 1s and 2s. I know you guys. Damn it. Okay, all right. Because there's a reason why I'm asking you this, is because out of request and out of feedback from people at home, people have said to me, why don't you have Melissa talking, on a headset or moving around the office, whatever? It'd be funny to hear you guys banter and hear some commentary. And I said, that really would be funny. To the people that gave me the feedback and recommended that I do this would be like a reverse version of how Swarm, you guys remember Swarm TV. Swarm TV, I was in the background. You never saw me. So this would be like a reverse version of that. I'll have you guys know that the Honeycomb Hideout and Swarm TV are not gone forever. Swarm TV and the Honeycomb Hideout will be returning. That's right. However, the idea is for them to combine forces. So Swarm TV, the next time you guys see Swarm TV and the next time you guys see the Honeycomb Hideout, the two will be one podcast. This is a live stream. Honeycomb Hideout was a podcast. And Swarm TV was a live stream. Melissa can't stand just live streaming by herself anymore. She's done it for so long. She's like, I don't want to live stream by myself. She had the whole Twitch channel by herself. I understand this. The next time you guys see Honeycomb Hideout and Swarm TV, they will be one thing. And it will be called Swarm TV Podcast. So so that for you guys in the future that were fans of both of those programs, they're not gone. We're just reworking them. So Honeycomb Hideout and Swarm TV will become one. We're not sure what the schedule will be or how it will be introduced, but both those, there's plans for both of those live streams that we do to come together as one, and it will no longer be called Swarm TV or the Honeycomb Hideout Podcast. It will be called the Swarm TV Podcast. So stay tuned for that. But I said to Melissa, look, how would we have somebody come on William versus the World and be a co-host? Assuming that Melissa was going to be the co-host. I said, because the program is called William versus the World. But at closer inspection, I thought about it. And she thought about it. And some of you guys have already thought about it. Who cares what it's called? It would just be better with Melissa on it. It would just be better. Who cares what it's called? It doesn't even matter what it's called. What matters is that it's good. What matters is that it feels good, it looks good, and that it's fun. I like that, Scott. I like that, Scott. I like that a lot. Gio said she can come on cam and practice her glitter tosses. Well, so, Gio, that's kind of what we thought. Okay, so I might as well just run it by you guys anyways. So the idea would be we would put all the lights back up here and different stuff like that. We would change things around in the office here to accommodate a co-host, okay? And we'd reshape this live stream where Melissa could be somewhere. Okay? And we would give her like a game show headset. You feel me? Are you guys with this? You guys with this? So on William versus the World, while I read the articles and I tackle the world, Melissa will be in the chat with you guys. She'll be in the chat and on screen somewhere. We don't know how this is going to work yet. And she'll be the ones, we want to reintroduce like some games, like a game show. Like we'll reintroduce games. We'll put the lights back up. I can't tell you everything because we're working on it because some of it's really cool and I don't want to spoil it. And this would eliminate Melissa having to officially live stream. She loves helping out. I think what Melissa likes to do is she likes to be the producer. I think that's live. I like that, Gio. I like that. You guys are good, man. You guys are good with this shit. So that's the plan. I was like, let me not get too carried away in aesthetics. Let me not overthink it. Let me not plan myself out of a plan. I said, what is great about live streaming? Whether it be a podcast. Now, I realize Melissa has a talent for being able to connect with the chat. That's a live streamer thing, you know. That is not a podcasting thing. That's why I've always done like podcasting or like, well, let's face it. I'm more from like broadcasting or like radio. I learned my chops and my commentary. I learned from news and talk radio and even legacy news, and that's why I goof off on here with the articles. But and that's why podcasting I think it comes a little bit more natural for me. And I'm gonna keep it real. It's because I talk a lot and I talk too much. Most people can't admit that. But being somebody that talks a lot, I have to be self-aware, Because if I want to hold people's attention, I have to have peaks and valleys. I can't be like this all the time. You know what I mean? Or, there's only some people that can deal with that. So I know I have to have peaks and valleys. It would be so fun if Gio lived in New England. He would make a great co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, Gio. He'd make a good co-host. Hans would make a good co-host, but I would probably commit a felony on live TV, and then I would be in trouble. You guys would be on here, would be an accessory and an accomplice, because you guys I would have to hit you guys and be like, put a 1 in the chat if I should hide the body. Put a 2 in the chat if I should chop up the body. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it is. Craig has what's up? What the fuck's up, Craig? Stop playing. Yo, Craig, you live right down the street. Don't even play. Let's go. Got an Uber. You got to just get an Uber. Yep. See, let me tell you something. The reason why there's no co-host on William versus the World is because you would have to be here every fucking day. There's not you know what I mean? So that's why the other shows are only once a week. We can't have Zach come over every day. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. His whole life would be fucked up. Hey, look, everybody, it's Sean. It's fucking Sean. Yo, seriously. Gio, you never know how the world works. We might even come out to Wisconsin. You never know. You look, people are already getting mad at me in Wisconsin. They're already saying, look, if you guys don't get out here, we're going to forget about you. I was like, I know how it is. Jesus Christ. What we need is we need a venue in Wisconsin, and then we need something near Wisconsin, but not in Wisconsin. So we need 2 shows in Wisconsin, right? And we need a weekend next summer in a venue. That's all we need. That's all we need. And we could just start the negotiations. Start your engines. Okay, I really do appreciate you guys for the feedback. We're definitely going to bring back like a game show feel, lights. We're going to change this whole layout here. Everything. You guys are going to see we're going to have multiple cameras and like when I'm talking about like news, we want like just me in the news, and then we want it to snap back into the office and live stream area, and then you'll be able to see Melissa. But we want Melissa to be like hands free. We don't want her, like, you know what I mean? Like, we got some crazy ideas. We were thinking like crazy game show ideas. We bringing it back like a hybrid, kind of like a constant. You guys remember Get It Popping? So like we were gonna make it so where there's balloons all around the layout, and at any time people watching the stream could come in, and for a certain amount of tokens they can play a game and win shit. Of course, like we'll do the 100 tokens to 100 stars to change the lights. We're gonna bring back like playing music, maybe unlocking new music, certain sound bites. We were all talking like maybe change Melissa's outfit, all type of different shit. It should be dope, right? We gotta change things around though. We gotta move stuff around. I don't have nothing with me. This isn't even my mic that I normally use or none of that. I just have a small thing just for today. Just for today. I know. So Sean's in the chat. Sean's coming to Swarmy Fest. Sean will be here on Thursday. Sean, do you want to come on the podcast with me the Thursday night before Swarmy Fest? Yo, think about that. Sean's in the chat. He can come on the podcast when he comes down for Swarmy Fest. That's fucking exciting. Yo, that'd be dope. Yo, Sean and Hans should come on because nobody ever gets to talk to Sepsis staff. Let's bring on, you guys, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to bring some Sepsis staff members into the fucking live chat. That sounds like so much fun. We've never done that before. We've never done it. Not like that. I think I don't know, man. Like, obviously, like, Eric in the past. Some of you guys know Eric. I don't know if you do or don't. Eric in the past. A lot of people knew Eric. Everybody knows Lexi. Everybody knows Hans. Everybody knows a couple guys. Some people are starting to know Gio pretty well. But do you guys want me to bring more staff members on the channel? Want me to bring Bob and Allison on the channel? They've been in the band for fucking ever. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see Allison on the channel. Allison knows every goddamn thing about sepsis. Sepsis staff members might know more about the band than we do. It's true. I think Sepsis staff members should have their own channel. No, I'm just kidding. This is their channel, everybody. This is their channel. I think we're going to capture more of them throughout the years. It's hard to be a Sepsis staff member. You have to put up with me. Yo, Allison's a serious member. I consider Allison's like top, she's high commandership. She's up there like, I would say, Allison is a silver wing. She's a silver wing barricade commander. Yo, I'm serious. Yeah, Allison's she's a swarm commander. So I don't know. You have like I would say like famous sepsis staff members like Hans. Like obviously everybody knows fucking Hans. Everybody knows Lexi. You know. And I would say next to that, I would say Eric was probably one of the most. Oh, Bob. But out of all, let me tell you something. Don't sleep on Allison though, because Allison has been a staff member in sepsis for years and years and years and years and years. She's got the longevity. I ain't bullshitting. And you know what? I have to consider Melissa's mom a sepsis staff member too. Like, I know it's not like official, but realistically though, Melissa's mom is really like, there's a lot of moms involved in sepsis. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about that. All the moms are staff members. Trust me. Let's just get that right out in the open. Moms and girlfriends. No question. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Because we move around. The moms and the girlfriends and everybody, and Bob reminds us to eat. We forget. The band members forget completely. Even the staff members forget to eat because it's hard. It's hard. I like it because Gio's been on some. The only time Gio's fucked with us, Gio has been on it with us when we have been off home court. Anytime we've worked with Gio, we have been out of our element, which I love because we have played the most vulnerable shows with Gio. And I was like, we were doing the Swarmy Fest trailer thingy, the little reel. And man, I was watching how, like, first of all, it's really good videos, for real. Like we played well. But what I like about playing at Rockfest and playing with Gio was we were at our most vulnerable. It was almost like I don't know. It was like being a kid again in a way, you know, to be doing something so new, to be doing something that's so not sepsis. Meaning, you're probably like, what does that mean? Well, one thing's for sure that was very much like sepsis is we were going on at 1 o'clock. That's very much like us. But besides that part, besides us going on at the ass crack of dawn, there were many things that were very unsepsis-like. And it was different for us to be with so many bands. We always play with extremely good bands. I can't even remember the last time we've played with a band that like couldn't play or struggled. I can't remember. I literally can't remember the last time we played with a bad band. They're out there, but you know what's happened though is, you know, people don't got the time and the gas and the money, and venues don't got the beer to spill. So no one's going to allow, you know, 3 terrible bands to occupy space in the bar, because if people aren't drinking, if people aren't dancing, then people aren't drinking. You know? But anyways, we were really out of our element in the sense that, you know, we play with a lot of great bands all the time, but playing with so many bands that were just fucking top notch at that level, playing with that many bands that were that good, wow. I like that. It's like a healthy intimidation almost, like getting on a roller coaster. You know what I mean? It's like jumping in the water with fucking sharks. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And it's just like there is a sense of, you know, if you know you belong there, you know how to use the tools, and you're confident in your training, you know you belong there, but it's something new. And it's good to be out of your bubble. It's good to challenge yourself. It's good to be well cultured and to take a step out into somebody else's town it's good to step out onto somebody else's stage. And we were listening, Gio, to the crowd, and the feedback and the vibration in that room. And that just was, and Melissa goes, "You forgot, didn't you?" And she was right. I forgot how powerful that moment was. And it was just refreshing to kind of just jump back in that mind and jump back in that time. Life is so fast and things are moving day to day, from commercial to ad to bill to, your kids are going through stuff and there's different events going on. You forget. That's how fast these moments come in and out of life. And, if we didn't have all these fucking gadgets to freeze time, if we didn't have conversations like this, if we couldn't grab a little bit of spare time and remember, I might have forgot how incredibly emotional and pivotal time in my life for growth and my training and my experience, and of course, developing such a great and deep relationship with you and with everybody involved. It's just, being a part of the team and humbly, sharing my space and you guys accepting me and my music and you guys putting up with me and pushing me forward, and just everybody, the fans, everybody connecting. It was a crazy mental and physical experience, a musical experience that I will never, ever forget. I will never, ever forget. Yo, Gio, you just said it. I think you just said it. You know what I mean? It's the growth part. The growth part. And not just like as musicians, like, oh man, look now I can pick faster. And I don't mean, like, the crowd was amazing and it was deep and it was vast and it was real. I forgot, Gio, when I went back to look at the videos. In my mind, it didn't feel like they were it didn't feel like people liked us. Like in my mind. Now, please forgive me. You guys are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? Please forgive me. I'm an artist, and sometimes I don't see. Life is moving fast, and we're going to the next show. We were trying to do the next thing, and we're always trying really hard to check the next box, because, like me and Melissa, we do this entertainment thing and streaming thing for a living. When you guys are sending us stars and bits and subscribing, I mean, there might be a tiny sprinkle here and a tiny sprinkle here. We've got all those little dimes and nickels and quarters and hay pennies and $50. We've got them spread all around the world. I almost knocked the fucking headphones down. But at a combination between royalties and going to the gigs and selling t-shirts and a little stars and a subscription and a sprinkle and somebody buys a t-shirt, that's how we make a living. That's how we make a living. That's how we're doing it. That's how we're doing it. And posters and pictures and images and songs and everything together. So, I mean, you guys understand what it's all about. Little tiny parts that make up the whole, right? Yo, Gio's right. We autographed boobs. We autographed boobs. Let me get to that in a minute, because I love that. I forgot, Gio. I didn't, like, in my mind as an artist, and if you're an artist out there trying as hard as we do, maybe you can relate. I'm sure many can. But, we put in a lot of work just to play for 20, 25 minutes. I don't know if a lot of people know that. I know Gio knows that. I know Hans knows that. I know the musicians in here know that. But, we have jobs on the side. We're hustling. Civilians. We're, direct to consumer. We're streamers. We're wearing many hats. So we're doing all these things, right? But we're doing it all just so we can afford to get up to Massachusetts or to get to Wisconsin or get to the next city and maybe play for 25 minutes or 40 minutes. So it's a lot to do, right? The production of the gear, the production of the music, and the putting the outfits together and getting people to the shows and buying ad space and, you know, mixing and mastering and hiring publicists and doing all that. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years to do these things, right? Plus the subscriptions and the gadgets and the cell phones and all the other regular things that you need to get ahead in any small business. Well, you're selling hot dogs or, you know, or gift cards. It doesn't matter. You could be doing airbrush on a street corner. These are things you're going to need to do. So just for the record, you know what I mean? We do a lot of that stuff, and we come up a lot of times it feels empty-handed, you know, and, you know, we might work really, 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 really hard and perform in front of 100 people. But the reality is we might only keep, you know, 1 to 5 or 10% if we're lucky. We might only make a connection with 5 or 10% of people in a crowd of, you know, 100 or 200 or 300. There might be only 5 or 10 people that are curious or interested or invested enough to come up and introduce themselves, that are excited about music. So, you know, not everybody that sees us or any band is excited to go up to them and really make a connection. People are kind of a little desensitized in terms of like music, you know, and the cost that it takes to make it. Most people think it doesn't cost any money to produce music, you know. So sometimes myself and other musicians and artists, sometimes we put in a lot of effort, and a lot of times we can come out feeling a little discouraged, right? Because we're still trying to make ends meet, and there's only a very limited amount of people in our lives that can understand or agree and cheer us on without sympathy or handouts, or, you know what I mean? So there's a limited amount of people that might understand any artist's mission and take them seriously. Musicians and artists, we're spending our entire lives trying to get our friends, our family, or anybody to take us seriously. So yeah, Gio, in our minds, when we go in there, we're like, oh, you know, no one's gonna be interested in us. We always feel like that. You guys probably don't believe me, you know what I mean? But when me and Melissa and the band and everybody, when we walk into a venue, it's very rare that we're like, we're gonna come in here, we're gonna kick some ass. Like that's not our attitude. You can ask Gio, you can ask our staff members or people that work with us for years and years. Ask Allison, or ask people that have worked with us for years. Ask somebody like Lexi, or somebody that's known us for, you know, 5 to 6 to 10 years. You know, you get to asking people that have known us this long. They'll tell you, it's not like we're in the green room talking sports and, you know, talking about, you know, all the charts we're going to blow away and all the competitions we're going to win. You know, before we perform, you know, it could be 8 people out there. We're trying to look well. We're trying to, you know, look energized. We're trying to be well rested and healthy, you know. We're trying to get our voices together and stretch out and try to be healthy for the show. If you've ever watched us, we like to move around a little bit. You definitely don't want to twist a fucking ankle up there. So, you know, we stretch out, we get our voices ready, we do a lot of screaming and yelling and shit, you know. So you don't want to hurt yourself doing that. But beyond that, our attention is to the quality of the show and to make, you know, to make a good impression with the fans and the people that spent their money on the show. You know what I mean? We try to spend time caring about the people that have spent money and that really care about what we're doing and that understand the mission. So no, there's not a lot of time when we come to shows we don't feel like badasses or try to put on that image. We don't feel like that, so it will be even harder to put on that act. We don't have like a chip on our shoulder or a hero complex. If you meet us or you know us in person, Scott will find out. We're very Mostly smiley, kind of like soft-spoken people. We're not really running around making a big scene. I say that because when we walk into any situation or performance, we don't go into it like thinking people are going to like us or thinking that, if anything, we're usually surprised when people do. A lot of times we will be encouraged to not be so surprised, so it's a give and take, and our main ingredient is to be authentic and to work hard at the performance and take every show for what it is, whether it's playing in a tight area or playing on a big stage. We try to use the full amount of our experience, our education, and our friendship, and our trust in ourselves and our partners and the people that we're working with that night to put on a great show, Holy shit, I didn't even realize it was so fucking late, man. Yo, we didn't do one. I said we. I always include you guys in everything. I didn't do one thing. Is there a short one? Let's do a short one. Stryper's Michael Sweet to metal bands not releasing music. He says, go work at McDonald's. That's not nice. Come on, buddy. I just got done doing that whole speech. It's a 2-minute read. Let's do it. In a recent interview with Metal Pilgrim, Michael Sweet criticized metal bands that don't release new music. You guys hurry up. Release new music. I'm so glad. We are one of those bands that don't release a lot of music because it costs us a lot of money to produce music correctly. I will say this, though. I'm very glad that we are releasing a new song soon. It's sooner than you think, and I'm so fucking excited for you guys to hear it. I love when Sepsis has new music because I love to see our real fans smile and be excited about the new shit we're going to throw at them. We're always trying to goof off with your ears, So here we go. He says, yeah, and a lot of bands just rely on their back catalog, and they play these songs over and over and over again, and they don't have a lot of new material. The Stryper frontman says, what do you think about that, guys? Do bands rely a lot on their older material? Do you guys think the same thing? Let me tell you something. Would you guys rather hear new Sepsis material, or would you rather hear older Sepsis material? Like if you were going to go to a show, when you go to Swarmy Fest, are you hoping to hear classics? Scott, are you hoping to hear the older tunes, or are you hoping to hear newer tunes? We got a couple new ones on the plate. We got a couple new ones out there on the plate. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Are people, or do you want to hear a mix? I mean, imagine showing up to a song. Imagine showing up to a show and all the songs are unrecognizable. Scott says, I can't wait some new shit. I feel that. It's all a matter of taste, you guys. You guys aren't going to hurt my feelings by any means, at all. I promise you. This is not a setup. Truth be told, me and Melissa, we try to make sure we come out with a single or two every year, no matter what, just so we don't truly bore the shit out of people. So, luckily for us, every single song that Sepsis has ever published is still under 5 years old. And we have managed, we came out with our first record in 2020. And we have managed to put out a single or two every year. In 2025, you guys will have a new record in your hands before the summer, for sure. For sure. We're going to put out one more single, and it's coming out like, I don't know, like maybe even next week. I don't know. I don't even know. If you're really a fan, I might just give it to you. But we have a new song coming out extremely soon. It could be next week. It could be next month. I think it will be before Swarmy Fest. That is my... I think there will be a new Sepsis song before Swarmy Fest. I think there will be... I think the song Bathwater with Lexi will be out before Swarmy Fest. Yep, I think that'll be the next one. And then, man, there's some fire after that. I can't even tell you guys. But I will say this. If you are in, now listen to me, if you are in our Yellow Jacket community, if you're a subscriber, you are about to see a flood of new music. So if you don't like spoilers, if you don't like demos, if you don't like us sounding our rawest, if you don't, you know, if you like a finished, polished product, then hide and don't go in any of the behind-the-scenes groups or spoiler groups that we have, because there's going to be a lot of content creation there. If you are into watching us finish up and complete the album, and you want to see like the finishing touches and how we prepare that, you're welcome to subscribe or jump into the Yellow Jackets anytime you want to, and you are free to cancel anytime you wish. I didn't realize how fucking stoned I was. It's crazy. And Circle Throne says, I feel like most would want to hear the songs they know and sprinkle in the new stuff. Hans says both. Now, here's the thing. Hans goes to a lot of shows. If you guys don't know, Hans is our camera guy. He's the guy that does all of our social media camera stuff. When you guys are watching us on stage, he's in here. You can friend request him. Hans has been a staff member for quite some time now, but he's been a fan much longer. Hans, how would you feel if we didn't do your favorite Sepsis songs when you went to shows? Would you not like that? Like, if you saw Metallica and they didn't do your favorite songs, would you be mad? Like, I don't want to hear. Okay, I do not want to hear Enter fucking Sandman one more time in the car. I don't know, fucking ever. But if I went to a Metallica show and they didn't play Enter Sandman, I would be rip shit disappointed. Do you really, like, think about it. Think about it. Last week when we went to the show, right? We cut off 2 songs. We cut off 2 songs last week. I watched a couple people's faces in there. When we were moving through the set list, I saw a couple people like, wait a minute. Where the fuck's Blacklight Invasion? Are they going to do Blacklight? Almost every show that we've ever gone to since we have been a band, somebody in the audience asks me, are you guys going to do To Write Hate? I swear it. 9 out of 10 times. 9 out, even a small crowd. People go, hey, you guys going to do To Write Hate? People always, and I'll say, why? Is it your favorite song? And sometimes people will say, well, no, I just like that one. So I don't know. I have been getting people asking me, hey, you guys going to do Romance? Are you guys going to, I hear that sometimes. Hey, you guys going to do Romance tonight? You guys going to do Romance in Reality? And I'll be like, yeah, we'll do it, you know. That's it. Force You to Lay Down. That's one of Hans' songs. I know people that are like waiting for that song to come on. It's like when it comes on, people are like, oh, all right. Yeah, they get the little sound there. It comes in. Everybody knows the thing. Melissa spins around and throws stuff at people. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing. Scott says he's been going to concerts for 36 years. When you got a new album, you got to promote some of them. He's right. He's right. At the same time, you got to give true fans the old stuff. I mean, you guys are on this shit, man. You guys could all have bands. Mblog said, okay, Mike, sending over the money for recording, mastering, marketing, videos, productions, merch. Whoa! 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 Yeah. I appreciate you guys. I'll be here tomorrow. I hope you will be too. If you're not, I won't be mad at you because you can come back over and over again. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I will catch up with you guys. Well, of course, I'll catch up with you on Monday. Don't forget. We'll be in Putnam, Connecticut. Not this week. We'll be in Putnam, Connecticut the following week on Saturday. We'll be there all day. We'll be there hanging out with Nate for Bravo Fest 55. Holy crap. No, what is this? Mblog, what is this? The 5th Bravo Fest? Putnam, Connecticut, you guys. There's 10 bands. You don't want to miss it. Sepsis is going on late, but we're coming early. We're staying all day. It's going to be awesome. There's a barbecue there. It's a pretty good spread. This is our second time playing it. We're raising money for homes for our troops. We're raising money for vets. It was so much fun last time. They sent us a certificate. We raised so much fucking money. Holy shit. Guys, come out. I know a lot of my friends are going to be there. BPS Records is going to be there. It'll be a nice time to catch up with them. Yo, the homie Scott's going to be there. Wow. I have my whole night. I got my whole night picked out for me. Rince is going to be there. Somehow we're going to get Hans there. He doesn't know how he's going to get there. Steve is looking for food. Steve, if you go there, there will be food. Yo, everybody, this is Scott's first motherfucking Sepsis show. This is a dope place to see the band. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a good place to see the band because we played here before and we won't get that confused. It's always good. And we're used to playing late. So everybody rest up. Get your rest. Of course, I'll be there early. We'll be there early, hanging out, playing with cell phones, doing reels. Come and hang out with me and Melissa. We'll make reels for you on your phone. We'll take pictures. I think local New England Music Watch is going to be there. We got a good crowd coming down there for Sepsis. And let's not forget. Hey, Chad, have a good night, brother. What, Steve, you want to go? Wait, it's in Connecticut. It's in Putnam, Connecticut. It's not this Saturday. It's the following. I should have a moderator in here. I'm sure Hans is in here. Hans, can you please put the event link in the chat for us? No, but it's a lot of fun. It's 10 bands. Static X Radio Rocks DJs will come out. You guys should come out to Swarmy Fest. That's what Static X Radio needs to jump into. Swarmy Fest. You guys could come out and be a sponsor some year. What? Are you serious, Steve? You should come to the show. Get with me after if you guys want help coming to Bravo Fest for sure. If you can come to Bravo Fest, I'd love that. And regardless, if you do have, if you do got your radio station with you, or you guys want to link up on promotions for future shows, partnerships, you guys let us know. We're easy to talk to. Reach out, inbox us. We'll help you get to Bravo Fest, and we'll definitely help you get to Swarmy Fest. Much love to y'all. I'm already saying about Swarmy Fest on the show. What? Let's go, Steve. Let's make it happen, brother. I don't know what I could do to help you, but if you get with me after the program, I would love to do anything I can. Much love to all you guys for hanging out in the chat and supporting the band and being day ones and rocking with us the whole time.